Good morning, Eagle Nation. Today is Wednesday, April 16th, and we'll take a look at the 60-second news, learn more about the Robario kart race, and get a word from the robotics teacher, Mr. Elias, and take a look at what happened in this day in history. But first, here are some announcements. Talonette's tryouts are coming up. If you'd like to try out, you can get a packet from the front office. Tryouts will be from April 28th to May 2nd. Please note that a mandatory parent meeting will be next Tuesday, April 22nd at 6:30 p.m. in the LGI room if you plan on trying out. Also, the Talonette Spring Show will be held on next Thursday in the auditorium at 7 p.m. Tickets are $5 in advance and $8 at the door. You can purchase tickets from either Mrs. Haven or any Talonette. Seniors, if you have not ordered your cap and gown for graduation, please see Mrs. Benavides. The deadline is passed to order them online, so you must go in person and order. Please do this as soon as possible. Also, acceptance and scholarship letters need to be turned into the counseling office regardless of where you choose to go. And mark your calendars for the Senior Award Assembly. It will be held Wednesday, April 21st at 6:30 p.m. in the auditorium. Please note that since we do not have school this Friday, FCA will meet tomorrow in the LGI room to welcome in this Easter season at 7:40 a.m. Also, if you have not purchased your prom tickets, you may do so online in the PHS website. If you have any issues, see Mrs. Delano for further assistance. This is the last week to sign up for Prosper's first annual 4x4 volleyball tournament. Order forms need to be turned in with money to Meredith Bramer or Dalton Knight by this Friday, April 18th. Students taking an AP test will need to attend the pre-administration meeting after school in the LGI room. The schedule is as follows. Today, April 16th at 3:45 p.m., students with the last names G through K will meet. And Thursday, April 17th at 3:45 p.m., students with last names L through Q will meet. Tuesday, April 22nd at 3:45 p.m., students with last names R through Z will meet. If you cannot attend these meetings, please note that you can attend the makeup meeting at 7:30 a.m. or 3:45 p.m. on next Wednesday, April 23rd. That's all the announcements that I have for today. Now let's take a look at what's going on around the world.
In the first Ukrainian action against a pro-Russian uprising in the east, government forces said that they clashed Tuesday with about 30 armed gunmen identified as pro-Russian insurgents at a small airport. The clash came hours after Ukraine's acting president announced an anti-terrorist operation. On Tuesday, Boston remembered a horrific day, not by focusing on its tragedy, but by recognizing how the city and its people have bounced back from the Boston Marathon bombing. In speeches from dignitaries and survivors, the words resiliency and courage were used often. Two neural regions key to emotions and motivation become misshapen or abnormally large after repeated pot smoke, scientists reported Tuesday. They call their study the first to show the casual use of marijuana is related to major brain changes. California native Stefan Montana asked Breaking Bad star Bryan Cranston to film a message to his friend Maddie. In the message, Cranston said, "Maddie, if you don't want to go to prom with Stefan this year, then maybe your best course of action would be to tread lightly." Maddie said yes.
A lot of us remember playing on the old Nintendo 64. Some of us played the infamous Mario Kart and dared to win in the Rainbow Road setting. The Robario kart race was the robotics class form of Mario Kart. But how did it really compare to the video game? Aaron Mraz tells us more.
The Robario kart race was an event that occurred this past Saturday. It was put on by the Prosper High School robotics class. In the event, robotics students raced remote-control cars that they built through a course. Each race is 8 minutes, or 4 laps, and there were 3 races. The winner was determined by points. First to complete the 4 laps gets 100 points, second 75 points, and third 50. You can still get points even if you didn't finish. If you held first or second place for a certain amount of time, then you can get a certain amount of points. There are also coins in the field that you can pick up, and if you hold on to them until the end, then you get points. If you capture Princess Peach and hold on to her until the end of the race, then you get 150 points. There were 8 teams competing in the event. There was victory and heartbreak for every team. But in the end, the outcome of the event was a great time spent with great people.
I think power was the really important thing because there was a lot of obstacles on the course. and if you didn't have enough power, you wouldn't be able to go the ramps and like overcome different obstacles in the track, like the ones in Mario Kart, the game, like the real one. So yeah, that's it.
Definitely a powerful motor with a lot of ramps and a lot of obstacles. So a car with a good motor.
I thought that the race went fantastic. It was a great. Everybody had a really good time. But yeah, it went really well.
Yeah, it was a pretty fun experience, and I will actually try that again in the future. Even when I'm a senior and I'm about to graduate, I'll probably come back to like participate.
It was a really fun competition and really entertaining.
For Eagle Nation News, I'm Aaron Mraz.
Here today is Mr. Elias, the robotics teacher here at Prosper High School. All right, can you tell me more about this weekend and what all happened?
Well, we had the robotic cart, and the first one, annual, and it is based on Mario Kart, but robotic cart actually was created by Lockheed Martin last year in Orlando, so we kind of simulate that one.
All right, and then do you plan on continuing this like for the next couple of years? Or?
Yes, we're just planning to increase the field, make it bigger, invite other schools, and maybe invite other districts as well.
All right, and then how does this correspond with your robotics class?
We actually have some items on the field that actually have to pick it up to get more points. In case in point, the winner actually was the one that saved the princess, not the one that actually ended up first. So if you save the princess, you get more points, and you can get coins, and you get more points, so you can actually be that. If you're in robotics, you know how to manipulate all the servos, and you'll be able to pick up all the items.
Okay, so if a student wants to participate next year, do they need to take your robotics class or how?
No, I had opened that to every other person, and if they want to pair up with some people from the robotics, obviously it helps because they have knowledge. But there are other people that have a lot of knowledge already, and that helps.
All right, so you don't technically have to be in this, so how are they going to know about when it is? Is it going to be around the same time?
We always announce that it should be around the same time, and look at Eagle Nation News. We will put it there.
All right, thank you. We'll be right back after this. Apollo 16 was launched on April 16, 1972, with 3 men on board. The mission was to land on the moon, inspect, and survey some sample materials. They landed on the moon April 21st and departed 3 days later. I'm Brennan Bell. Live long and prosper.